This episode of Dynamite was main evented by an incredible AEW title match between Kenny Omega and Jungle Boy. The live crowd in attendance at Daily's Place helped take the match to another level. Also on the show, Hangman Page was in action against Powerhouse Hobbs. Ethan Page was also in action, and we got an appearance from Conor. So what's going on in this show? Let's get straight into it. We started things off with Hangman Page versus Powerhouse Hobbs. Hobbs made a strong start in the match, powering Page into the corner. He followed out with a series of shoulder thrusts into the corner. Page quickly turned it around and got some shots in on his own. The action spilled out to ringside as Hobbs looked for some respite. Hobbs smashed Page's arm against the barricade before bending it back, and back in the ring, Hobbs went for a huge Vader bomb before Ricky Starks came out to hand over the FTW title belt for Hobbs. However, Cage interrupted and chased Starks away. Hangman tried to capitalise and hit Hobbs with a backshot there while he was distracted. Hobbs spotted it coming and hit a spine buster before Page replied with a German suplex, followed by a dead eye to get the win. I know this 7 out of 10. Just good win for Page and kind of breaking up the inevitable team tag which seems to be going on for some while now. Schiavone was in the ring with Tully Blanchard of the Pinnacle. Schiavone introduced Conor, who came down to the ring. Conor sparred on the mic with Tully and told everyone how proud and powerful his upbringing was different to FTR. Tully replied that was a great legend as Conor was. FTR will come out and take him out. Conor replied and said that he would have his boys Santana and Ortiz waiting to join. Tully pointed out on the big screens we saw Santana and Ortiz lay down the back. The two men in the ring turned out to be Harwood and Wheeler. They took Conor out, hitting him with a spike pile driver, and that was the second wrestling legend that the Pinnacle have attacked in 2 weeks. This was good, just kind of getting over FTR's really bad heels, which is kind of what we want to see, to be honest. Before we got Dante Martin of Team Top Flight coming down to the ring, but was interrupted by Vicky and Andrade. Vicky was about to cut a promo when they were interrupted by Matt and Mike Sidearm. Matt went down to the ring to face Dante. Dante made a quick start before Matt Sydal was interrupted by Andrade's announcement. Despite Matt Sydal's experience, Martin controlled the early parts of the match, taking Sydal down with a Hurricane Rana. Martin then dodged a right hand and went on for a springboard. Sydal worked on Martin's knee before hitting a running strike in the corner, followed by a bow and arrow search. The match briefly headed out to the outside before both men headed back inside the ring. Martin hit a double springboard moonsault for a 2 count, before both men were up on the turnbuckle. Sydal sent Martin crashing around. He then hit a flying Misaura for near fall. Martin headed to the top rope and ended hurting his knee on the way down. Sydal then took advantage and was able to hit a lightning spiral to pick up the win. A good show by Dante, but Sydal's experience proved too much. I'm going with a 6 out of 10. The match was decent enough, but surely Andrade can be doing better than this, to be honest. MJF was then backstage with Sean Spears and Wardlow on Dynamite. He addressed attacking Malenko on Dynamite last week. MJF said he should have thanked for what he did, and he sent Malenko to early retirement. With Guevara and Proud and Powerful taken out, the Pinnacle members were then attacked by the remaining members of the Circle, Jericho and Hager. Sean Spears brought a chair into the ring as MJF had Jericho in a precarious hold. It looked clear that the Pinnacle members wanted to hurt Jericho's arm and take him out of action. At this point, Sonny Guevara's music hit. Guevara was all over the Pinnacle, taking both Wardlow and Spears down. He then managed to take control of the chair and cleared the ring. In the process, Sonny then went down and took the mic, telling MJF that he would see him on Wednesday night when he would prove that he was better than him and whatever. Kind of this feud's progressing now. Hopefully it's just drawing towards the end now with a couple of singles matches. But this was fine as a segment, just kind of usual Inner Circle stuff, to be honest. Bronson versus Ethan Page was up next. Bronson, of course, had the power advantage, forcing Page back into the corner before Page replied by slapping Bronson across the face. Bronson replied with a series of body shots followed by right hands. Ethan Page briefly wrestled back control and taunted Bronson with the bear claws, only to be taken down with a power slam. Page was forced out of the ring for a brief respite before Bronson went for a suicide dive and Scorpio Sky pushed his tag team partner out of the way. With the ref distracted, Scorpio Sky hit Bronson from behind. The match then headed back to the ring and Ethan Page was pretty much in control. Bronson hit back with more right hands but Paige hit back with a boot to the head, followed by a shoulder charge. Bronson hit back with a series of clubbing blows before taking Paige down. Then Paige hit Bear Bronson with a superplex for a near fall. He went for another shoulder charge, but Bronson took him down with a modified sidewalk slam. He headed to the middle rope, but after a sky distraction, Paige hit Bear Bronson with a low blow before hitting Ego's Edge for the win. After the match, Ethan Page took the mic and said he's still going to beat up Darby Allin. 6 out of 10. Bronson had a good showing, but of course it was the right result. Bunny vs Chris Statlander was next up on AEW Dynamite. Statlander took control of the match early on, taking down the Bunny with a series of arm drags. The Bunny replied with it by slapping Statlander across the face. Galaxy's Greatest Stadium was then caught by a suplex in the corner and crashing out the ring. The Bunny followed her out with and hit a drop kick. Back in the ring, Bunny stamps on Statlander's hand repeatedly before tossing her face first into the middle turnbuckle. The Bunny was firmly in control of this match as she continued to toss Statlander around the ring. Back in the ring, however, Statlander managed to hit a Michinoku driver for a near fall. She followed it out with a Blue Thunder Bomb, but it still wasn't enough to put the Bunny away. Statlander headed to the top rope, but was too slow in getting there. The Blade then got on the apron to distract the ref and slipped a knuckle duster in the ring. Orange Cassidy intervened and took the knuckle duster. Statlander then hit the Big Bad Theory for the win. The Blade, after the match, attacked Orange Cassidy and he was joined by TH2. The Blade then took the knuckle duster for Cassidy and took him down with a shot to the jaw. Anyway, this is 5 out of 10. Once again, it just doesn't feel like the women's division is getting that much focus at the moment. Hopefully that changes soon, but yeah, I was a bit disappointed by this. Our main event, it was Kenny Omega versus Boy Myth Legend Jungle Boy. Marco Stunt, Luchasaurus and the Good Brothers were sent backstage as the match started. The match started with both men going back and forth. Jungle Boy took brief control with a wrist hold before Kenny Omega in turn took him down by the hair and got in a few chips in the corner. Jungle Boy reversed it and got some chops of his own in before the champion hit back with a thumb to the eye. Fans came alive as Jungle Boy hit an arm drag and took the AEW champion down with a dropkick. The match then spilled to the outside as Omega inflicted as much punishment as he could after Jungle Boy's strong start to the match. The challenger hit back with a shotgun dropkick, sending Omega face first into the barricade. Back in the ring, Omega went for a moonsault but ended up on the mats. Jungle Boy tried to capitalise with a senton, but Omega got his knees up. Jungle Boy then hit a low dropkick and forced Omega to go outside the ring. And Jungle Boy then hit a suicide dive. He soon hit a dive over the top rope, taking Omega down once again. Omega then went to hit a German suplex, but Jungle Boy landed with his feet and hit a super kick. Omega replied with a knee strike, followed by a snapdragon. Omega then hit a one-winged angel, but Jungle Boy reversed it with a spiked Hurricane Rana. Champion hit back with a ripcord knee. The Good Brothers tried to come and interfere. However, the AEW champion and Jungle Boy weren't fazed by this. They continued to trade strikes in the middle of the ring before Omega looked to hit the one-winged angel once again. However, it reversed once again. Omega eventually then set Jungle Boy up face first into the top turnbuckle and followed it out with a Tiger Driver. Once again, it wasn't enough to put him away. However, he finally hit the one-winged angel, and that was enough to get the 1-2-3. 7 out of 10. This was really solid match. Omega got the win, of course, but this really put Jungle Boy over as a proper contender. He looked really good here. This week, AEW Dynamite gets a 6 out of 10 from me. I thought it was an okay episode of Dynamite this week. There was lots going on, a few good stuff, a few not so good stuff. But yeah, the title match was great, the opener was great, so that's kind of all you want on your wrestling show, really. And we had some nice bits in the middle too, but there were some bits that weren't quite as good as well. But anyway, guys, that's it for this video. Thanks very much for watching. Remember to like, share, subscribe, let me know your thoughts, comments down below, and follow me on Twitter, link in the description below for daily wrestling news, and subscribe to my channel on the screen right now, that would be greatly appreciated. Thanks very much for watching. Peace!